Hey, Rising Runners, today we're going to talk about what you should do if you just became a run coach to get your first clients. What the heck do? You got your certification, you're fired up, you're excited, you're probably feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome too, because even though you love running, you've gotten the certification, you're not exactly sure how it's all going to work out, right? But the first thing you have to do is put the word out that you are a run coach. And I know that the first instinct that you have when you became a coach is to get all your ducks in line. Like maybe you're thinking, I got to register for an LLC, I got to get insurance, I got to go on, make a website, and it's got to be perfect. No, the first thing you got to do when you become a new run coach is let people know that you are a run coach. It takes more time than you think to create momentum in your marketing and to get people to understand that you have something to offer. And at the end of the day, you don't need a website to help someone. You don't need to be an LLC to help someone. You don't need to even have a Stripe account set up. You can take a Venmo, you can take a check, and you can help someone from literally day one of becoming a run coach. Don't overthink it and just do it. So if I were to go back and restart my entire business and become a run coach, from day one, here is what I would do. The three things that I would do. Number one is what I call the Open for Business announcement. The Open for Business announcement is just a post that you are going to do either, well, in multiple places. You're going to make this message and you're going to put it on Facebook, Instagram. You can put it on LinkedIn if you want. You're going to send an email to your contact list, and this message is going to have three things in it. Number one, why you decided to become a run coach. Why did you decide to run coach? You can start the email or the message by saying something like, hey, I have an exciting announcement, or, listen up. Show some excitement, get people's attention. Why you decided to become a run coach is number one. You want to tell a story, get people to think of your story. So be detailed, maybe a little bit about your running history, but then specifically why? Why do you want to be a run coach? Maybe you're still working full time, so you can clarify that if you're worried about what maybe your coworkers will think or anything like that. You can say like, hey, I'm still doing my full-time job, but I'm doing this because I'm passionate. And I became a runner later in life, and when I fell in love with running, it turned me into a different person. And you just be specific, be detailed, and let people in on that story, because they're going to remember that and they're going to be cheering for you. The second thing is who you hope to help. So you don't have to know exactly what kind of runner or athlete you hope that your niche at this point. You just need to say, like, I'm looking to help runners who want to get faster. I'm looking for runners who are maybe training for that first 5K or they're afraid. Whoever you feel comfortable helping as a new run coach is who you should say you want to help. If you're not feeling comfortable helping someone get a BQ, then that's not who you're going to be talking about, right? So be clear on who you're looking to help. And the last thing is how to contact you for more information or to connect you with someone if they have a referral. Because even though you're posting this on all your platforms, obviously not everyone in your network is a runner. However, they might know someone who is a runner or is looking for a coach. And if they know you, they like you, they trust you, which is the most important thing in marketing, is that people know, like, and trust you. They might connect you with someone. You never know who's going to see this post and who's going to share it with someone in their network, or they're going to think of you later. I know it can be scary to post something like this to all of your contacts and your network, especially when you feel like, I'm bugging them. Like they don't like actually care about what I'm doing. A, they do care. They care more than you think. And B, if they don't care, it's fine too. And C, it's going to take you far longer to develop a social media presence or create some kind of SEO content on a website, or to go out there and spread the word to people that don't know you. It takes far longer for you to find a client that is a complete stranger to you, and it is more likely that you are going to get your first client from someone you know. So now that you've created this message, you're going to post it on Facebook, you're going to post it on Instagram, you're going to post it, you're going to send an email to your close contacts, and you're just going to let them know, like, hey, I'm doing this. It doesn't have to be spammy. Just say, this is what I'm doing. I'm so excited. Show excitement. You're going to get so much encouragement when you post this. You're going to be surprised. Every client I have that's ever done this, every coach I've worked with, they always are like, oh my gosh, like they feel good about it. Even if they don't get a new client from that first post, which keep the expectations low on what's going to happen. Just know this is setting you up for the future. But I have had a client, my client Daphne, got a client from her announcement post. So you never know. Okay. So a few just tips for this post is making sure that it is clear that you are making an announcement so it doesn't get lost in the feed. Make sure you're using a photo of you specifically, like maybe at a finish line, a race photo, a nice photo. If you don't have a photo, please go take one. Set your window up, your phone up with light on your face so it's a nice clear photo, or have your spouse use portrait mode on your iPhone and just take a nice picture. Maybe you want your kids in it, maybe you just want you, but just take a picture. So if you're never someone who posts on social media, if they see a nice picture of you, your network, they're gonna be like, what's going on here, right? They're gonna wanna look. So use emotional language and specific details in that storytelling part about why you became a run coach, why you're passionate about it. Use details, like the difference between saying, I'm so excited, I love running so much, and then telling a story of, from the first moment that or the first time that I watched my dad cross the finish line of a 5K, I knew that I loved running, right? Like, after the race, my dad came up to me and he put the medal around my neck, and I just remember feeling so inspired by him. Like, using that kind of emotional language is going to be a lot more memorable and powerful. Again, explain who you want to help and why you want to help them, and be very specific about how people can spread the news. So you want to say at the end, if you don't have a website, because you don't need a website at first, but if you have one, you can say, this is my website, or you can say, I'm going to be posting about this on my new Instagram account for run coaching. Follow me over there. You can say, send me a message if you're interested in learning about becoming one of my first clients. You could say, you just give them a direct call to action. How can they contact you? Maybe you put your email address even in there. Like, make sure they know how to reach you. And then I recommend using the word online run coach unless you are going to be doing in-person run coaching. I do find sometimes people are like, oh, will you come run with me? Which maybe if they're local and you want to do that, you can. But sometimes people think it's in person, but you want to specify that it's online so that they know that anyone in their network can join you. And if you do know who specifically you want to help, like say, I want to help young moms, I want to help moms with young children. You already know that's who you're passionate about helping because that's part of your story. Say that, because even though you are saying, I want to help young moms, again, back to that warm market of people that know, like, and trust you, you may still get clients who are not young moms. And if not, maybe you don't, they're more likely to refer you to a young mom knowing that you are helping young moms, right? So the next time something comes up and they hear, oh, like, I'm a young mom, I'm struggling, like, it's really hard for me. Oh, I know. Go to my friend Nicole. She will help you, and she's a great coach, right? So don't be afraid to be specific about who you want to help if you already know. So don't be afraid. I know it can be normal when you become a coach to have a little bit of imposter syndrome. And I do want to say that it is okay to take your first client. So after I would do this announcement, another thing I want you to do is I want you to send some messages too. And this is the above and beyond that I feel like most people stop themselves and they don't do it. But I want you to think about if you were to open a brick and mortar business, if you were to open a boutique or a donut shop or whatever it is, and it was a brick and mortar store, it was a restaurant, you would tell every single person in your life that you were opening this business. You wouldn't subtly open it and be like, oh, opening day. You would invite everyone to come to the shop on the first day, the boutique, even your dad, even your uncle, even people that aren't going to be buying any of these women's clothes at this boutique. You're going to be inviting them to the opening because you're opening this brick and mortar business and you're having a grand opening, right? So don't be shy in sending individual text messages, DMs, emails to people in your life who are important to you, just to let them know and to just ask for that referral. Say, I don't know if you ever think about doing a race or getting into running, if they're not a runner, you can customize it a little bit, but I just wanted to let you know so that you could spread the word if you do know anyone. You could also ask them to share your post to their network. Remember, it's about finding and reaching more people. And I know this part can feel scary because we can feel that we're getting judged or we're afraid of being judged. But I assure you, people are more supportive than you think. And if you do get people who are judgmental or they don't understand what being a run coach is and they're kind of like, that's silly, it doesn't matter, right? Their opinions All that matters is what you think of yourself and what your closest family thinks of yourself. And if you're feeling like you need that community, come back to Runner Rising, come back to the podcast, come back to our community and my Instagram, and remind yourself that there are people out there who do think what you're doing as a run coach is pretty amazing and really special. So those are the two first things. And then the last thing is, if you do know someone in your life who you would want to coach for free to get some experience, then reach out to them. Like maybe it's a friend and say, hey, could I just make you a training plan? Or like, could I like test out my training software on you? Maybe it's a, an acquaintance or someone that you know, and just ask if you could coach them for free just to get the experience. After that though, I want you to charge. So if someone reaches out to you from this announcement post, you're going to charge them. It's a service. But no, again, you don't need a website. You don't need anything. You can just charge them on Venmo. You can give them a discount at first. Say, you're my first client, I'm going to give you a discount if you feel comfortable with that. But I do want you to get up to normal pricing fairly soon. So don't get stuck in, oh, I don't have enough experience, I'm going to charge too little. Listen to the pricing podcast on that if you need some more advice and experience. All right. That's where I'm going to stop for now. But if you're a new coach, I'm rooting for you. I'm excited for you. Please go out and do this post. If you do it, let me know how it goes. And if you need any feedback, never be afraid to reach out at runner_rising on Instagram or Nicole at runnerrising.com. And have a great day.